Rock and roll.
All right. Welcome back to Diaper Baby. Babies, and this time we've got a top 5 for you. We're going to be doing top 5 FBI agents.
Mm-hmm.
So Jerry is going based on the actual agent in the movie or TV show.
Or TV, yeah.
I'm going with who did I enjoy watching being an FBI agent.
Okay.
So our list will vary a little bit, and you make sure you drop in the comments section who your top 5 FBI agents are. And
or if we missed one.
Yeah, absolutely, because that's very, very, very possible.
Yeah.
Jerry, number 5. Go.
Oh well, my number 5 and number 4 are similar because they're similar stories. So my number 5 is Ray Levoy from Thunderheart. If you watch his story, yeah, he kind of deviates away from the traditional FBI agent and starts helping the people on the reservation, but his character is just damn good. Like, I enjoyed his character. So that's why he's low on my list, Val Kilmer. But yeah, it's Ray. What's your number 5?
Let's see. So my number 5 is going to be Agent Harris and Agent Lane from Burn Notice.
Nice.
Both of these guys are not particularly amazing agents, but they do their job and they play by the rules and they're not easily scared off. So
yeah,
to me, that makes a decent agent. So that gets you number 5.
Is that the Coen Brothers movie? Oh, that's Burn After Reading.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, dude, Burn Notice is like fucking like an 12-year-old TV show that ran for a bunch of seasons.
Yeah. No. But
all right.
Yeah. All right. My number 4.
Yeah.
My number 4 is Johnny Ute from Point Break.
Okay. You're gonna have to explain yourself.
Okay. Yeah. Well, when we watch Point Break, we watch it for Bodie. Okay, that's why we don't even call him Patrick Swayze. We call him Bodie because Bodie's awesome in that. I'm not rooting for Johnny Ute. I mean, yeah, Keanu is good, but nah, if you're not wearing a dead president's mask, I do not care. And plus, he lets the bad guy go at the end. I mean,
yeah, supposedly.
It
could be argued. It could be argued.
Yeah, it could be argued, but Johnny Ute,
all right.
Or it's Johnny Utah.
I don't necessarily agree, but that's fair. It's a fair argument. I can't,
I mean, if anything,
I can't blow it off.
In my opinion, now thinking about it, the oh damn it, what's his name?
Gary Busey?
Gary Busey character is far better just by explaining the meatball sandwich.
That was a good explanation.
What he'd eat the dead ass of a rhino or something, he said.
You make sense, but I still can't agree. That's all.
I know. So
all right. Well, I guess my number 4 is going to be Sean Archer. That was John Travolta's character in Face Off.
Nice.
I mean, the guy literally had his face stolen and still tried to show up to work the next day. So if he should probably be number 1, honestly, but yeah, I enjoyed that character. I enjoyed that movie. And to be honest, I couldn't think of a ton of fucking FBI agents. So
yeah,
that landed him at number 4, basically.
Now, who Who did the better FBI agent, John Travolta or Nicolas Cage?
I mean, John Travolta. It would be funny if I put Nicolas Cage, but
Yeah, Nicolas Cage's version of that character.
right, yeah.
You know,
I mean, yeah, I gotta go John Travolta.
okay.
Nicolas Cage was like doing like The Rock and like Con Air and those movies that like I never got into. Somehow I just missed Nicolas Cage action 90s movies for the most part. And when I did see him, I didn't love them. So he was kind of annoying to me at that time.
Uh-huh.
He wasn't like, the greatest actor to me. I
Yeah.
love him now. I think he's doing great now, but yeah, John Travolta over Nicolas Cage playing John Travolta. So that brings us to the number 3 spot. Jerry.
My number 3, and you're really gonna hate me, is Mulder and Scully from the X-Files.
What do you do? What are you even doing?
Okay.
Like, what are you doing? Is this a troll?
No,
Is
it's
this a
fucking
troll? Or are you
legit.
just trying to upset me?
Legit. Okay. You think about it. Mulder and Scully multiple times got kicked out of the FBI. Mulder, every time he would have
For being
like
too good, though. No. I'm stopping you right there
for
because they
investigating
got too
shit
close.
that wasn't part of the case.
No, they got too close. So they got shut down. That's being the best FBI agent.
And
but continue.
And because you have to put them both together. Okay. You can't have Mulder without Scully, even though Scully did most of that shit. Scully, if it was just Scully, it would probably be a little bit, but with Mulder,
But to be fair, both of them were like highly respected as agents by themselves.
Yes, I'll agree with that.
Like Mulder was like the best profiler that ever profiled.
Yes.
And she was really good at talking into a microphone while cutting up a dead body.
Yes.
So they were good in their own rights, but together they were like this. And then sometimes they were like this, but I can't even believe it.
I can't do this. Yeah.
I can't even believe you just said that.
Well, it'll make sense when my number 2 and my number 1 comes out. And I have explanations. I have explanations for it because the characters of Mulder and Scully, whereas well written, I had to put them in the middle. They're well written characters, but the 2 before them kind of not only well written, but also kind of like open the door, And so when we get there, I'll explain why. I'm not saying Mulder and Scully are bad. This is only 5. We only have 5, and I mean it's the top. So at least I didn't put them in honorable mentions.
Yeah, I mean, I
don't think we would have.
I just feel like I don't know you anymore. Like I just feel like I don't even know who I'm talking to anymore.
All right, we'll drop your number 3. What's your number 3 at?
I don't even care anymore. It's Clary
Starling.
Whatever.
Don't play the game.
No, I don't care. It's Clary Starling.
Is what?
It's Clary Starling.
Oh.
She was a good FBI agent. She tried really hard. She wasn't like she was scared, but it didn't stop her. She fumbled a little bit, got caught, but ultimately she prevailed. So she's a go-getter and a tough little cookie. So
yeah,
I mean, yeah, she's like mid-grade, unlike Mulder and Scully. But continue. What's your number 2?
All right, yes, my number 2. Okay. Is Dale Cooper, Agent Cooper from Twin Peaks, the movie and the TV show. Okay. Now, why Dale Cooper? Let me why is Dale Cooper above Mulder and Scully, who we know we love?
Came first
because the FBI idea came from Twin Peaks. Without Twin Peaks, you wouldn't have had that X-Files, that idea of an FBI agent that kind of like has weird coincidences is the writing for Mulder, basically.
But there's real agencies within the FBI that
Oh,
do that and have been doing that forever.
oh yeah, I don't
We've
disagree.
always
I
looked
don't.
into UFOs, and every agency has a department that does it. So
Yes,
that character came from the real government. Does the real government
yes.
want to need to be number one? Like,
Well, no,
does
because we're
the
doing
real
TV and
FBI need to be
movies.
number? Well,
We're
you're
doing
not.
TV and
You're.
movies.
I'm just saying your logic doesn't add up. I'm gonna
No,
be aggressive as shit tonight because you just fucking put Mulder and Scully at number
you and
2 or
yeah,
3. Not even 2, 3. And Johnny Utah, make it out of here.
yeah, fucking like I feel I now I know what Chris Rock felt like. Uh
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
get Mulder and Scully out your fucking mouth. No,
If we were close,
yeah.
that might be
If
a thing.
if okay, if you look at Dale Cooper, okay, one, um, I like his charisma a lot on Twitter. I know you haven't watched Twin Peaks,
Right.
and it's a certain cup of tea. It's not
Mhm.
for everybody, especially the
I'm not
movie.
opposed. I've just never gotten around to it. That's all.
Yeah. Um, the movie is very like if you've never watched the show, you are fucking lost in the movie, you know.
Mhm.
Um, also I like David Lynch a lot. I like his style.
Mhm.
And I think the portrayal of this FBI agent, yes, it did lead to the future, you know, because it came out first,
Mhm.
and I think the just the style, you know. So what's your number two?
My number 2 is your trash, I guess. Not good enough for you. My number 2 is Johnny Utah.
Oh,
Now I can't think of another. Ooh, I just thought of a random one. Anyways,
put it on your honorable mentions. We're gonna
okay,
do next.
okay. Uh, I can't think of another FBI agent that works harder than Johnny Utah. Like he's undercover and he's surfing, but like he's still working. He's constantly working, trying he's not doing a
Yeah,
great job, but he's trying to figure things out.
yeah.
He nobody can be not struck by Bodhi's charm. Like
Oh
I
yeah,
think I think that that is made very clear in the movie that like everybody loves Bodhi. So I can't hold the fact that he got duped against him because
hmm,
anybody would.
yeah.
Even Mulder and Scully would probably get duped.
Oh yeah.
Like he's just that guy. So, but who else do you know that's laying on the ground shooting in circles at people running away from a bank robbery?
Yeah.
He learned to surf. He had Gary Busey talking to his face. Like these are all
Little
things that
snot
he
nose
had
punk.
to
I was
overcome, you know?
kind of I'll just put them in my honorable mentions now because I thought of them. But no, I agree with Utah, and that's why Utah definitely belongs on. I mean, he went above and beyond for
So much.
just finding these robbers, you know.
Mhm. And not
Uh
only that, like clearly at the end of the movie, he's going back for Bodhi. So he
no,
never stopped.
no, yeah.
And it's been a good amount of time. Did he let him go? We don't know, like you
Yeah.
said, but in my opinion, he didn't, or he did with the intention of knowing that Bodhi was going to die.
Oh yeah, and
Um,
I think also another thing that really like keys in the phrase of why Johnny Utah belongs on this list
mhm,
is he's the only one who thought outside of the box to
mhm,
actually find these guys. These guys have to be surfers.
right.
And so I'm going to go surfing, and you know the police or the you know the head of the FBI or the district there in LA was just like, "What are you talking about?" And he's like, that's got to be it. They have to be
Yeah.
extreme guys, you know,
Right. Right.
and only Johnny thought of that,
Yeah.
you know.
So you're moving him up your list, or
Oh no, he'll remain, you know, number four. So
All right.
I don't want him. I don't, because if I move him up, that means Mulder and Scully may have to go to 4 or 5, and I'm not moving Mulder or Scully.
No, you moved Twin Peaks because saying he came before doesn't make him better.
Yeah, I know. I mean, if you
That's
compare Dale
like, well,
Cooper
look,
to
that 1915 Model T, Ford Model T out there that you have to crank start is far better than this Ferrari
this
that
Maserati,
I can control with my goddamn phone.
yep.
Like, but it's older, so it's better. It's the original, so it's better. No, like improvements were made for a reason, and that's why they're better than that guy.
But if we were talking about that, the Model T, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah,
If you
yeah.
remodel a Ferrari, Ferrari will sue you. It's like, I bought this. Doesn't matter. You don't touch our cars.
Okay, Lamborghini. Okay,
Okay.
Bugatti.
Bugatti.
Whatever expensive ass car. My point was being very clear on, in this case, the new one's the better one. But
all right. I'll just jump into. You got anything else on Johnny?
no, let's get this shit over with.
All right, my honorable mentions. My honorable mentions is Bill Tench and Holden Ford from Mindhunter.
Okay.
The two FBI directors, or the two FBI agents who started the forensic science. No.
So you're going to put these people above Mulder and Scully.
These are only honorable mentions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm in honorable mention.
I was like in shock. I was like a little traumatized. I was like, you're gonna put these fucking people above Mulder and Scully. Like, I love the show. It's an amazing show. I've met the guy that Holden Ford is based on.
Hold it, yeah.
Several times. He's an all right guy. Like, I love the show, but I thought that was your number one, and I was getting like angry in my head. Like, why did I agree to this episode? Like, this has been nothing but traumatic for me.
This is why I texted you that night, and I was like, "Ooh, FBI agents," because I know you're going with Mulder and Scully, and
so were you. When hold on, so were you when we started this. You named 3 people: Johnny Utah, Twin Peaks boy, and then you said, and obviously number 1's Mulder and Scully. We even talked about the fact that we would have to put them together, not individually, because they were going to be number 1. So then you just pulled the rug from under me.
I just kind of
like
sidestepping that shit.
You were like, hey man, I love pizza, and then you eat it and then you vomit on me and then go, oh, by the way, I'm allergic to pizza. Like, that's what this whole transaction has been.
No, it's like, I like pizza, and then you come over with like 20 pies, and then I'm like, but I don't want to eat pizza.
Yeah. Can you pick up pizza? Can you pick up pizza on the way over? Hey man, thanks. And then you just throw it in the trash. You're like, I just wanted to see if you'd do it. I don't even like pizza. That's what's that. Yeah. This is like almost prison rape. Keep going with your honorable mentions.
Okay. So Bill and Holden from Mindhunters, they were great. I thought they did a great job. The show is awesome. My other 2 honorable mentions is Agent Johnson and Johnson from Die Hard. The 2 assholes who, fuck everything up. And, I had to put them in there. I mean, it was like the first time that I remember being a kid hearing like their FBI. It's like, what is FBI? So, but you got any honorable mentions for the list?
I do have honorable mentions for my list. And one of the honorable mentions is so actually I'm just going to bring this up because I think that it's super important to at least give this guy some sort of I was thinking, my whole thing is Chris Tucker, right? and Rush Hour is a police detective, right? But at the end of the second one, they made him an FBI agent.
Oh, yes.
So technically, he hasn't done anything as the FBI agent yet. But
You just want to mention Chris Tucker.
no, I just think that like if what he did as a police detective works, like it counts, then he should be at least an honorable mention.
Yeah.
And then yeah, the Holton Ford guy.
Yeah. Because that
Um,
show is great.
it's great, and I can't wait for season 3.
And like obviously I left off like Will from Hannibal, and like that character from the TV show Hannibal, I thought did great. There are a lot of FBI agents out there that deserve honorable mentions, but we don't got time. So I'm gonna move into my number one. Or you got any more?
No, go for it. Number 1.
My number one is Clary Starling from Silence of the Lambs.
Really?
And
Clarice over
Clarissa over Scully, yes, because
I don't
it's
even know you. I
it's
don't
called
even know who you are anymore.
After he wrote Silence of the Lambs. Okay.
Okay.
There was a huge influx actually in the FBI and on television and movies of female agents, that before it was a man's world. And that's what Clary Starling deals with, is a man's world. The first shot with her in the elevator, and they're all men, and she's just standing there. And her overcoming this, being like, no, no, no. It's not what's between your legs that makes a good detective. It's what's, it's in your heart and it's in your head that makes a good detective, especially a federal detective. And like you see her story start, she's on the bottom of the totem pole. You're not real FBI, Clarice. That's just a 2-week pass, and then and she saves the day. She, rescues the girl. I forget her name. But you see that transition, that whole growth of Clarice Starling.
Are you talking about the big fat fatty?
She a big fat person.
Oh shit. I fucking love that movie. All right.
Yeah. I mean, and I think a lot of Scully's writing, not that she's a medical officer or that stuff.
Yeah.
The writing of Scully, I think, comes directly from Clarice, especially in that first episode. They basically made her look like Clarice. They just didn't give her a Southern accent.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
And also to go with Scully's dad is played by a guy that was originally in Twin Peaks. And in Twin Peaks, her dad is played he's a naval in X-Files, he's a naval officer, right?
He's something. No, was he? I don't think he had anything to do with the government. Because I thought he was just an old man that died.
No, because I think he was, because the Navy was there, I thought. And I remember the funeral there as a gun salute.
You're right.
Like he was an admiral.
Or
something.
Because didn't she call him admiral?
Yeah, or a Starlight.
Well, he called her Starlight,
and that was from the Navy.
But she called him admiral or something, right?
Yeah,
or something, colonel, something, whatever.
Yeah, but in Twin Peaks, that same actor, he plays a character who's a military operator who deals with messages sent from outer space. All I'm saying. So
okay, I mean, you've just really bummed me out on this list.
Oh man,
this whole entire list has just been trash.
Well, I mean, at least it's not the. Yep, that's what I have for number 4 too.
I mean, that's kind of what I thought it was going to be, and then I thought we were going to have fun discussing it. But now
Well, we
you've
are.
you've taken your list and literally turned it upside down of how it should be, and fucking just disgraced like our whole first season review of the X-Files right now.
Nope.
I, on the other hand, I'm not going to let anybody down. I'm going to stand up for Mulder and Scully and say they're number one.
Yeah,
As
I
a
had to play
team,
the
they're
heel.
number one. So
I had to play the heel. So, yeah, boo me, boo, boo.
yeah, everybody right now is write boo in the comments. Like everybody boo this man. Like Mulder and Scully is number one, obviously, because it's fucking Mulder and Scully, and that's the only conversation that you need. That's like people being like, defend Michael Jordan as the greatest NBA player. Like, no, I don't need to. He's Michael Jordan. Defend Tom Brady as the best quarterback. I don't need to because he's fucking Tom Brady. Like, it's Mulder and Scully. There's no arguing. You know what I mean? Like, I can't even believe you put them so low. Like, I'm so upset right
They're
now.
number
I'm
3.
so upset. That's 3. You think Mulder and Scully are 3s? You think they get bronze medals? They're out there fucking taking down the whole goddamn government and aliens, bro. Who works harder than Mulder and Scully?
They're 3. They're at least they get medals. Johnny Uton, Ray Levy don't get medals.
They don't get any medals. What they get is a kid that's like supernatural, so they never even get to meet him, and then they have to have another kid, like, because the other ones just disappeared from life. So now, you don't know their struggles, Jerry. You don't know their goddamn struggles, man.
Now is the okay? Yes, yours is now. What makes okay? I know we've talked a lot about this and stuff. Is that the X-Files as a whole, altogether? Yes, is a great show. You know, but is it their detective work as FBI, or is it the obstacles that they have to overcome?
I mean,
the story of the obstacle.
Think back to the first season that we reviewed.
Okay.
How many times did we just say it was good detective work?
Oh yeah, I'll agree with that. But we weren't putting them up against other players. We've never hold
on. First of all, they're FBI agents. So there are FBI agents all the way around. Krychek is an FBI agent.
Yeah.
The Smoking Man is an FBI agent. Skinner is a FBI agent, and Skinner gets his just cause in the like 10th or 11th season, where Haley Joel Osment tries to kidnap him or whatever. Yep. So they're surrounded by FBI agents, and they are the best FBI agents because they are the best FBI agents. So am I persuading you at all, or like,
I mean, I'm not going to change my list. That's my list. If I go back, it's kind of like, you ever seen Full Metal Jacket?
Yeah.
Okay. You know, when what's his face comes up and who Arlie
Emery,
yeah. The drill sergeant comes up to
Army. No. Yeah. Yeah, no, not Army Hammer. Arlie Emery. Yes, sorry.
And he goes up to Private Joker.
Rip, sorry.
Yeah.
I got your name wrong. I confused you with the cannibal. My bad.
So he goes up to Private Joker and he says, I want to see I want the Virgin Mary to be proud to go and use this head. Yeah. And he looks at Private Joker and he's like, do you believe in the Virgin Mary? And he's like, no, drill sergeant. And he smacks him.
Yeah.
And he's like, you commie bastard, you tell me you believe in the Virgin Mary now. And he's like, I don't believe in the Virgin Mary. And he hits him harder and he's like, tell me you believe in her. And he's like, no, if I take back my answer, the drill sergeant will hit me harder for so that's how I feel. Like if I take back, if I go, okay, you're
then
right.
I've done my job, because you should feel horrible. There's very few times on this show that like I will aggressively attack you like this. So I'm passionate about Mulder and Scully,
Of course.
and I thought you were too, but apparently you just fuck whatever. Like
You
they're just
cannot,
some
you
people you
can.
saw. You just saw some people on TV one time, and now they're on your list in the middle. Like they're just run of the. You gave them 3 stars, Jerry. You gave them 3 stars.
No, they're still 5-star. All of these
No,
characters are
not to you anymore.
5-star.
Not to you anymore. They're 3s. You just rank them. You just rank them all. 1 is 5 stars, which is Mulder and Scully, as it should be. 2, I'll give you Clary Starling as number 2, but Johnny Utah definitely number 3, like super definitely. And then I'll give you actually, yeah, okay. Then I'll give you your Twin Peaks guy.
Okay, so what is it again? So I can write this down. Man, I shouldn't even showed up today and stuff. You should have done this one.
No, you fuck it. I shouldn't have shown up. I didn't know I was going to be accosted like this. Like I didn't know I was going to be attacked. That's pretty crazy that this turned out like this.
Is this the last episode, Jacob?
It might. I think so. I think so.
Yeah.
Just the power down, the fucking channel goes away.
Well, I'm not backing down.
All right. Fair enough.
Like, I still, like I said, these characters are all winners because they made my list.
Yeah, that's fair.
And nobody is higher. I just have to put them in rank. Like, if anything, we should have just gone, let's talk, we have to put numbers to them because we can't just have like, let's just talk about some FBI agents and stuff.
Yeah, that's the title of this episode. Let's just talk about FBI agents.
Yeah, it's just, yeah, exactly. I'll make sure to edit out all of the, what's your number 5? And then you just yell at me for like 30 minutes.
Perfect, as it should be.
Yeah.
But then we wouldn't have had a top 5, and we do top 5s.
Yeah, exactly. So there are sacrifices that had to be made. I mean, it like just like having to put Dan Connor at number 2. That was tough. That was real tough.
It was really, really tough. And the more I think back on it, I should have tied Dan. We
were no ties. Remember, we had
I know,
and we definitive.
Right, and we had to make that rule because we both went. They're both number 1 as soon as we talked about the idea. So
yeah,
I mean, yeah, there cannot be a tie. You can't be like, well, my number 1. I'm not doing 5 through 2, but my number 1 is Mulder, Scully, and Johnny Utah and Clary Starling, and like that's the only way to fairly do it,
especially with these movies. I mean, Point Break. I mean, if we were doing movies now and not agents, like top 5 FBI movies and TV shows,
that would have probably been the better one.
That would have been the better
then
one.
Face Off would have been higher.
Yeah.
And obviously Point Break would have been number 1.
Yeah.
But we didn't.
Are you basing it because Point Break's villain is better? I mean,
all right, look, let's be honest. We're both in love with Patrick Swayze. Okay.
Yeah.
But I think you lean more to how awesome Bodhi is instead of like how awesome the dynamic between the two were.
Yes.
Like, so you lean more like, damn, he's charming, but I'm looking at like the movie overall. So I'm looking at the FBI agent and the bad guy and Gary Busey before he went R-worded and like all the other factors, like even I'm like, oh look, it's Anthony Kiedis and your boy Tom Sizemore's in it. So I don't know why I've decided Tom Sizemore is your boy, but it is now. So because every time I have to bring him up, I'm like, your boy Tom Sizemore.
We've only done 2 movies, I think, with Tom Sizemore in it. I don't think we've ever had like a Tom Sizemore like he is like I don't know, he's weird, and I got addicted to that sizing up Sizemore.
Yeah.
show where he was just like weird
Yeah.
and like